And you're live.
Hey guys, Kpac here. Welcome to the first podcast. This one we're going to talk about games, anime, cartoons, yada yada yada, voice act, a few scripts and stuff. But first and foremost, I'm going to advertise a little bit of this brand here, Cloak brand. It's a Markiplier and Jacksepticeye's brand. It is super comfortable. It's expensive, but it's good, and super comfortable, durable. So if you don't really like labels showing up all over your shirt and stuff, this is the way to go because it looks nice, feels nice, very comfortable. Best birthday gift, Christmas gift to myself. First and foremost, I want to introduce a couple of guests. I have Mongoose and his lady friend. Come on in. So how y'all doing today?
I have been better.
Been better, huh?
Yeah.
So, we're going to jump right in here. What's the earliest game consoles you remember playing on?
The big-ass Nintendos.
The
big-ass box Nintendos.
the NES system, the Nintendo Entertainment System. And yourself?
PS1.
PS1.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you mentioned that PS1 because we're actually going to be talking about the PlayStation Classic today.
Okay.
How much have you heard about that, either of you?
None.
Well, I can honestly tell you it's a pretty big letdown compared to what most people were hoping for. It is small. Like, you gonna survive?
Yeah, I'll survive.
No, you won't.
Trust me, I do something better than what I did.
Well, I can agree with that one. But the PlayStation Classic's only about like this right here. It has built-in memory cards, which is a plus. The controllers are USB based, so it kind of looks like these that you hook into like your Xbox or your laptops and stuff. First gripe, no power supply to it.
What?
Yeah, you would have to buy your own AC adapter for it.
No.
Fortunately, it fits most of your Android sort of power supply cables.
Well, I mean, that's good.
I mean, it is, but the fact that they don't really put one in there for it is
the downside because
Yeah,
if you don't have one on hand, you're kind of fucked.
correct. I mean, a lot of people, they'll have like your Apple iPhones and stuff like that. By the way, is everybody focused? Yes, we are actually.
Yep.
Okay, good. So that's one of the downsides. Another one is that the controllers, you guys are familiar with the DualShock analog sticks for your PlayStations?
Yeah.
It doesn't come with those.
What?
It comes with your basic PlayStation controllers without the analog sticks. You have your D-pad, your X, triangle, square, circle, L1, L2, R1, R2, select start feature. So your thoughts on those?
Yeah, that's the exact same reaction. No, I have to have those.
Because then you can't move your character in any kind of way at all.
Or you can, you just have to use the D-pad, which today's society, we don't really use the D-pad as much as we used to.
We really don't.
Unless you're an Xbox person where you're using them quite often.
Depending on the games and stuff. By the way, should we call you Wolfskill? I haven't even asked you a name you could use yet. Wolfskill, will that work?
Yeah, just do that.
Okay, so we got Mongoose, Wolfskill, and Kpac here, of course. And this podcast is not really to plug any kind of advertisements or to have any sort of charity, which I don't know if you saw this past August, I did a charity live stream.
For St. Jude?
Yes.
I was your first viewer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember or not, so
yep. I shared it for you guys, so.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Of course, he was part of it.
Yeah.
And stuff.
It's still hard to think about sometimes.
Yeah. But back to the PlayStation Classic. The game list, I think you guys will find that it's not really going to house a lot of your titles that you're familiar with. The game list breaks down as Battle Arena, Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, and Wild Arms. That's 20 games. How many of those are you familiar with?
Tom Clancy's, Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid. That's about it.
So you're not familiar with the fighter Tekken 3?
No.
What about you?
Grand Theft Auto, and that's it.
Okay, so that's pretty lackluster lineup of games. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what's some of the games that you guys played?
Flat Out 2.
That's on the PlayStation 2, man, I think.
It is.
We're talking about regular PlayStation. Need for Speed, I believe.
I've never played for first gen PlayStation.
Okay. Well, let me give you some examples of some of the star games that were on there that PlayStation could have done. Driver 2, all the Tekken series, of course, the Resident Evil series, Silent Hill. Let's see.
We'll never play that in the dark room.
We have stories about that.
Oh, yes we did.
I want to hear these stories.
Spyro.
I played that.
There are no Spyros on there. Can you believe it?
I'm kind of
That's kind of
mentally I'm raging over that because Spyro was one of the first games to come out.
Yeah.
With that, and that was one of the very first games I played on the PlayStation.
Right, and I'm in the same boat with Crash Bandicoot. That was not on there.
Yes.
Sony PlayStation 2, wake up, man.
Yeah, it's like, come on now, we need to make that one.
Castlevania, there was a game or two on there that was really good. Legacy of Kain series.
I didn't play that.
It is fun.
It is very
That's what
fun.
I've heard, but I haven't played it yet.
It is very, very fun.
Okay, so all these games that I pretty much mentioned are not on this classic.
Yeah.
And that's sort of a letdown. But again, like on Amazon or something like that, you can get it for like $50.
Yeah. But can it be played on it?
The what now?
Can that oh, never mind.
No, you cannot. You can only play the games that's pre-installed because if you remember, the discs are about like this.
Mm-hmm.
The console's only about like that. So there's no way you can fit the discs in there. And I don't even think the lid opens. And that comes to another technological aspect of it. It's not your normal emulated stuff. They use the PAL version instead. So instead of it running like 60 frames per second or something, it's half that. So the games actually run slower than what we used to.
It would be considered what we consider today a lag.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. So a few other games that are not on there that should have been was Ape Escape. Have you guys played that one? Okay. What about any of the Mortal Kombats?
No.
So he knows firsthand what Mortal Kombat Trilogy is all about. He played me in it. And he's hanging his head in defeat. But none of the Mortal Kombats are on there, and you had access to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I think I've already said, Sub-Zero Mythologies, all those, and not a single one of them made it on that list.
See, I'm not big in the Mortal Kombat series, but even I would have to say that's total BS, but you know.
Okay, you want to know what else is BS? No Street Fighters on there either. And there was some Street Fighters released for PlayStation.
Sony, wake y'all's asses up.
No Mega Mans on there. There was a
Sony,
Mega Man.
PlayStation, Japan.
Okay.
Japan, wake up. Y'all are ruining the PlayStation by doing this.
Mario Bros. Needs to be on it.
Well, that's a Nintendo exclusive. That's not for PlayStation. But Crash Team Racing, which was to battle Super Mario Kart 64, is not on there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Japan is
fucking up a lot of shit.
Themselves because the fact is, I'm 20 years old and I don't even play half the games he's played. But the games I have played, if you're gonna go back to that old classic system, bring back all the old classic games, not just the original. That's 20 of them. You've got hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Correct. Legend of Dragoon is one of them. That's one of the greatest RPs of all time, in my opinion. But let's talk about some of the pros of it. It's easier to carry around if you guys like that. I mean, you can take it on the go nowadays. So portability is a big thing.
Curious, can you hook it up to your computer?
I don't know. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
But if you have like a small TV or something that you use as a monitor for a computer, you can hook it directly to that TV And with Elgato video capture, you can actually record that onto your computer if you wanted to. The design for the PlayStation Classic, if you guys will look here, it's very much similar. See, it literally fits in the palm of your hand, basically.
It's like it looks almost identical to the PlayStation.
It does. The only difference,
except it's smaller.
Right. Right here is a good little picture of it.
That's not too bad.
No, the design for it is great.
You can still use the PlayStation 1 controllers.
No, you cannot, because
I was about to say it looks like it.
These controllers are special because they're USB ports and stuff. They don't actually have a picture of it. But basically,
the first picture that we saw looked like it showed where it's the same one.
It's basically like your normal USB plug. So no, you cannot just go into like your closet or attic and pull out an old PlayStation controller and hook it up in there. I mean, yeah, it would be cool, but you just can't do that.
You have to take like an Xbox controller or something like that. It's got USB plug-in.
I doubt even the Xbox controller will register on it.
It could.
But my point is, and this is not to bash the product at all. I mean, it looks great, and it was a great concept, but there were some things that could have been done differently, especially the game selection wise.
Definitely.
So we were talking about Mortal Kombat earlier. Let's segue into what he and I know. Have you seen the trailer for the Mortal Kombat 11 coming out?
I haven't seen the trailer. I know it's coming out. I'm waiting for it.
Oh, goodness.
You're going to get a little treat here. Let's see if I can find it.
I'm a bit scared.
You should be with him.
No. It's good. So we're going to pull this up. You guys watching this, you won't be able to see it, but I don't know if you can hear it or not.
I don't think so either. We probably won't be able to hear it.
There we go. So you can see here, Raiden is actually facing off against Scorpion. And to me, they could have picked a little bit better song. But this is actually Raiden's dark form.
So Raiden did go evil after MK10.
Actually, in the storyline, he went evil around Deception. Deception or Armageddon is when he went bad. So, you know, that's your typical Scorpion look nowadays. And stuff. Ow. So as you can see, it's actually pretty graphic.
It is very graphic.
Splat. Now this is what threw me for a loop when I first saw it. And I was flipping out. When it's time to battle, they don't never ever show. When it's time to battle, I'm the first one at the door. That is classic Scorpion. Like from the early games.
That's cool.
So, what do you take away from that?
I don't know the storyline, so I can't say anything.
It's going to put MKX to shame.
Well, honestly, that's not hard to do because to me, Mortal Kombat 9 was better than Mortal Kombat X. What I took away from it is if the X-rays are in there, you're no longer going to be able to see the bones and stuff, but it still does the damage and stuff. It's more focused on what you can see physically outside as opposed to inside the breaking bones and stuff. So I see that. Obviously, the army at the beginning is the Dragon King's army from like the Deception game. Also, it looks like you're going to have a roster of both modern sort of MK characters and classic.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting, and I flipped my shit when I saw that. Okay, because you know personally I'm a Scorpion player.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, he can. I don't care who you are. I bet this man right here can whip your ass from Scorpion.
That is not a challenge because there's a lot of people out there that's better than me. I can tell you that straight up.
Anybody that I know could probably whip your ass.
But so you can see that there's a lot of environmental use in this new game coming out. Me personally, I believe that this is going to blow any previous Mortal Kombat games out of the water. So let's do some theories. All right. In Mortal Kombat 9, we saw that Raiden decided, hey, I'm going to go back in time and try to alter the events to prevent Armageddon from happening. And in a sense, he does alter it a little bit. But as the games have progressed, and in this one, we're seeing, okay, Raiden went evil before, and now he's evil again. It's all coming full circle, I believe. And I think at the end of it, it's going to be to the point where no matter how hard Raiden tried to prevent Armageddon, it's going to come full circle and it's going to happen. What is your thoughts on that?
It's going to happen regardless.
Yeah, because, the fabric of the Earth Realm has pretty much shattered, and all the tournaments and stuff, all the fighting has really messed with Earth Realm. So,
because a lot of this, because what people hadn't realized, even I've realized this, is that Earth Realm is being shattered while the Godly Realm is still intact. Because all the fighting pretty much taking place on Earth Realm itself.
And see, that's the thing. I don't think the Godly Realm is untouched either, because in the original story, Raiden ascended to becoming an Elder God, and you saw that happened again, and he's gone back and whatnot, and he's gone bad and stuff like that as well. So even the Godly Realm and Shinnok himself, Shinnok from Mortal Kombat X, he is a fallen Elder God. Okay, so in saying that, nothing is safe and nothing has changed, no matter how hard Raiden tried. What kind of DLC characters do you think is going to be in this one? I know in Mortal Kombat X you were psyched to see Alien and Predator and all of them.
Probably go. No, I'm not really sure. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, we know that Jason, Alien, and Predator was in Mortal Kombat X. I think in this one we could potentially see Michael Myers, might potentially see Pennywise, and Leatherface maybe.
If they don't put Pennywise.
Okay, so in talking about clowns and stuff, Injustice has Joker and everything. Mm-hmm. If they put Pennywise in Mortal Kombat realm, how do you think he's going to be? Is he going to be Joker-esque, or is he going to be sort of his own?
If you're going to put Pennywise in, you got to put Pennywise as himself. Don't make him a Joker, because you can't have a Joker type Pennywise.
Well, I mean,
it would ruin Stephen King's idea of a scary clown.
Well, what I mean by that is the fighting style, the erratic style.
Well, that's what made Pennywise. He wasn't just the typical fighter. He was in your face, in your nightmares.
Okay, so
he fucked with your head.
Sort of like more Freddy Krueger-esque then.
Pretty much.
Okay, what's your thoughts on all this?
She don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. Pete, I don't play like a lot of.
Okay, so what fighter games have you played, if any?
Halo and Call of Duty.
Okay, so you played Halo. See, me personally, I'm not a big fan of the Halo series.
I got Halo because of him. So.
As far as like your co-op shooters and stuff, I really haven't played much of and stuff, because one, either the AI was completely stupid, or two, I got other players like, oh, you got to do this. Let me explore and figure it out on my own.
Yeah, it will fuck you up. But you've seen how me and my brother play, and we're not like that. He takes one spot, I go to another spot.
Yeah, I caught on with him.
So I might I might give it another go if there's people that I can actually enjoy it with.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever me and my brother are playing Halo, he's the typical in-your-face shotgun assault rifle. I'm sniper rifle DMR when it comes to Halo. And if people know what DMR is when they're talking about Halo, there aren't very many people who play Halo anymore these days. It's almost a dead series.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Halo 6 Infinite will bring it back. I hope it does, because Halo 5 fucked it up for everybody who played Halo. Because they're bringing the co-op back.
Okay, so you got high hopes for the Halo series.
I've been a Halo fan since I was 6 years old. I've played Halo. I've played Halo 2. To this day, I will play Halo series.
Okay, so your Halo is like my Mortal Kombat.
Oh, hell yeah. Not as many games, but yeah.
But it's the same context. You know, you could probably tell me everything there is to know about Halo, whereas I can tell you everything there is to know about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So let's get into some of the classics and stuff. Mario and Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
You do have played a lot of that. Which do you prefer?
Mario.
Mario, and you?
Mario.
See, I'm the only Sonic fan here.
Hands down Mario, okay?
This fool here is been wanting to play Mario Sonic, so we all know he wants to go play Sonic right now. He don't want to do the podcast. He wants to play some Sonic.
Nah. Okay, so you guys are pro Mario. What do you think makes him better than Sonic?
It's just Sonic is constant. You're literally collecting the coins, and with what I've done for Mario, it's more of it's collecting specific like mushrooms and such. But I mean, it's also there's other different things you can do to it.
So you're saying that you'd rather have the power ups and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, well let me
Makes it
clarify
more
this for you. Sonic has power ups.
Yes, but not as much as Mario does.
Okay, but a lot of his power ups are like his skills and stuff like that that's grown over time. Mario, he has a few skills he's developed over time, but nowhere near as many. So they kind of cancel out on that one.
Yeah, really, it's the whole which one have you grown up more on, you know?
See, I grew up on both equally. Like, I can't tell you which one I like more because both have pros and cons.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I'll play both. But if I had to lean towards one, I'm more of a Sonic fan. I guess because of the whole, it's a lot less linear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can go different paths on Sonic, whereas in your classic Mario's, it's just one path. You go to the right all the time.
Yeah,
whereas,
I mean, I see the point on that. Yeah, but I mean, it's really different points of views on the games.
So we're basically deadlocked there.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you?
I grew up on Mario.
Just the nostalgia factor of growing up on Mario.
I grew up on Mario.
How much Sonic have you played?
Almost none.
You are a deprived little man.
You are. You are very deprived, but.
So,
I've been playing Mario since I was like 6 years old. So
I've been playing both.
Okay, so thinking back to your childhood and when you first started gaming, what was the game that you guys went to the most that we haven't named?
Duck Hunter.
Duck Hunt?
Duck Hunt.
To be honest, no other ones. It was just
Me and my brother would see who'd get the most ducks in a short amount of time.
So did you ever try to shoot the dog when he laughed at you?
Yep. And the laughing dog.
So in the new Smash, you do realize you can play as a Duck Hunt dog, right?
I didn't know it was a new Smash.
Yes, there is. There's a new Smash out for Nintendo Switch where you can play as every character that's been in the Super Smash Brothers series, including Sonic, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Link, Toon Link, Ganondorf, Bowser, Yoshi.
Isn't there a new one where it's all the Nintendo games coming together at one time?
That's what I'm talking about.
So you got Pikachu and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. All of them are.
Hell.
And
now I gotta get a Nintendo Switch.
And here's the thing. My roommate, Gigi, he has it as we speak.
Yes.
They also have that new Let's Go Pikachu out. And it's basically a redoing of the first 3 Game Boy Pokemon games.
I didn't play those.
It's okay.
Okay. I didn't get into Pokemon until like 6th grade. Don't hate on me.
I'm with you. I didn't really play a lot of Pokemon
I didn't
games
either. It was
until
more of-
like I was in 6th or 7th grade.
That's how it was for me. Like my parents didn't let me do any other games other than Spyro and Mario.
He wants to
Mario.
say something. What?
Say it.
Y'all are idiots. I've been playing Pokemon since I was 5.
Well, okay, I didn't get my first game.
How much older am I than you?
10 plus years?
I doubt that. How old are you?
20.
You're 20. I'm 29. All right.
So 10 plus years.
Here's the thing. If you've been playing since
Y'all
you
both
was
older than me, okay?
if you've been playing since you was 5, where would that put me?
Like 14, 15.
That's when probably a little bit less than that. But
12, 13.
my point is that's when I first started playing it. So you can't look at me and say that I'm a moron for not playing Pokemon at age 5.
That's not directly pointed at you. It's more towards her.
Hey! Don't even go there! Okay, I didn't get my first Game Boy until 4th grade. And then I started on Mario and
I'm not playing
Sonic.
Tony Hawk on a Game Boy, okay?
I didn't get to do that.
That's not Tony Hawk, brother. Tony Hawk is on PlayStation.
I remember playing
But no, I remember starting off doing like Mario, what's shit? I can't think of the orange.
Try to describe it to me. I should be
It's
able
like
to tell
an orange fox thing that you like had different stages and you run around and try to make it like. Fuck! I can't.
you. Okay.
It's a classic.
Bubsy?
No.
Not the Bobcat. Okay.
Crash
Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's not a fox, it's a bandicoot.
Okay,
I had made mention of that earlier. Okay.
To me, it looked like a pink fox.
Okay.
So I grew up.
How do you get a fox out of a bandicoot?
I don't know, but I thought it's a fox.
She's retarded. Okay?
Hey!
Let's not use the R word.
Okay, she reread.
That's
Is
not.
that using the word directly? It's using.
Can I hurt him?
No. Wait till we're off camera.
That just sounds very wrong on so many levels.
But
no, like I remember starting off with Crash Bandicoot. I remember doing like Sonic and all of like the classics other than Pokemon. And I didn't start with Pokemon because my parents wouldn't let me.
okay, so I'm really gonna show my age here. The first game I actually played was Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo.
Oh,
okay.
Goodness.
That pixelated Jumpman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's really showing my age here. That's the first game I played. Then I found Sonic. Now, at this point, I was like 4 or 5 years old, so I didn't really play it as much. Now, fast forward a few years to when the PlayStation came out. I found games like Oddworld, Crash Bandicoot, and that's when I first really got started in gaming. And the one that sticks out to me the most, and it will to my dying day, is the Legacy of Kain series.
I didn't do that one.
As far as I know, that is one of the very first games, if not the first game, where you could actually play as a vampire, and you had to feed to sustain yourself.
Okay, that sounds epic.
It is.
I didn't get to
and it
play
has
that.
a really deep story about it.
He only let me play for like 30 minutes on each one.
And that wasn't even the very first one. That was the second game in the series.
I've played both of them.
So, with that in mind, that's also showing my age because Legacy of Kain came out back in 96, 97-ish, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I was born in 98, so I'll tell you how old that damn game is.
Yeah, it's been out a while. But I also remember playing like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And to this day, not to brag very much, but the very first level of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I can beat in like 35 seconds. Flat.
Damn.
So.
And I have seen this.
He knows I'm not lying. He just kind of looked at me.
On the newer Sonic, he can beat one in less than 50 seconds.
So, yeah. I've been gaming a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I've been doing for a very long time is voicing and stuff as well. And that's always fun. And let's talk about some of the voicing in video games and stuff. What's one of the best games that you know of that has top-notch voice acting?
I don't fucking know.
No.
Well,
The
again,
only one I can think of is Mario.
okay.
That
They had a voices, but it's sort of fucked up. They haven't changed from then to now. They
really haven't changed. But to me, that just it amazes me how well such that they can keep those voices over the years. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And, some of the voices that we've grown up listening to and stuff, they're actually starting to retire now
Yeah.
and stuff. But there are a few still hanging on that still do voice acting and stuff today. Let's talk about some of your favorite shows, like on Nickelodeon, like Fairly Odd Parents and stuff like that.
SpongeBob.
Turner.
So what's interesting is, let's go to Fairly Odd Parents a minute. The lead character, Timmy Turner, is voiced by a lady named Tara Strong.
I didn't know it was a girl.
Yes, and she also does Poof in there.
Really?
Now, let me give you a few more that she has done the voice of, and you would have never guessed it. Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls.
Really?
Yep.
You didn't know this?
No, I didn't.
She also voices Harley Quinn now. She let's see. There's so many that she's done. You guys remember Teen Titans?
Mm-hmm.
She's Raven.
Oh, really?
She plays Raven. She plays Jinx. The girl with the pink hair and stuff that makes bad luck happen. She plays.
Vaguely, I know you're talking about.
She plays her. She plays Gizmo, the little midget that is a techno guru. Basically.
Oh yeah.
All right. But do you want to know one of her earliest roles? Kitty from Hello Kitty.
Really?
Yep. She also did.
I don't know what Hello Kitty is. So.
You don't know.
She also does Batgirl from Batman the Animated Series, the original.
You don't know who Hello Kitty is?
I know what it is, but I don't know her voices. I've never seen her episodes.
Okay, Hello Kitty, I've always known to be silent. Like, she has, body movements, but I've never heard her voice.
She has a voice. So,
did you know Hello Kitty's actually a little girl dressed up as a cat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found that out months ago because my mom told me about it. I'm like, well, all right then,
It just shows how Japan has been better at things than the Americans. The Americans can't do nothing here.
Okay, stop the voice.
I beg to differ. They've had some really good animated shows come out of America.
They do.
But how many has come out that has been very good that Japan has done better?
His voice is making me weird. It needs to stop.
The Japan has done better. They do a lot better, but there are shows that started in America that they adapted into Japan as well.
Like what
You
show?
are right about that.
Like what shows?
Yeah.
Okay. So Batman the Animated Series, it started out here.
Watch that.
All right. Avatar The Last Airbender, believe it or not, was not made in Japan.
It's actually American.
It was made here. Legend of Korra is here in America.
What?
The spin-off series.
No, I don't know.
The spin-off series of Avatar The Last Airbender.
It follows
I didn't watch
whatever her name is.
I didn't even watch The Last Airbender.
So the Looney Tunes started out here in the Americas.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Okay.
What?
Most of your comic book superhero cartoons and stuff started out here. Japan sort of incorporated stuff from the American heroes into some of their stuff. If you watch My Hero Academia and you go back to some of the campy style of the American comics and stuff, you'll see there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So there's all that to go in there. Where are we on our time? 34, 35 minutes. Excuse me. So, we just got out of Christmas. Everything was good with you guys. I also want to say congratulations online for y'all's engagement.
Thank you.
Surely she's not that bad.
I'm not.
It could be worse, but book.
You'll live.
He engaged Christmas Eve night when he had proposed.
Oh, congratulations. I'm happy for
you.
you.
Thank you.
You two treat each other right.
Oh, trust me, he will. And
It's not, you shouldn't be so much worried about me. It's more her.
Hey, I'm not that bad. I
Not
may
bad,
have
exactly.
my episodes, but I'm not that bad.
We all have our moments.
Yeah.
Her more so than me.
Okay.
I may be a clingy child, but come on now.
Well, like I said, congratulations to you two.
Thank
I
you.
wish you all the happiness in the world. I guess I don't really have much more other than reading script.
Oh, I
So-
thought we were gonna read script, but all right. Like, I
Well,
know
you don't
what-
have to
Okay.
if you don't want to.
Well,
It's
I'm
more
willing-
directed for us because I've got the mental voices personality.
Yeah.
If you
It's,
haven't noticed by living with me
Yes.
and by being with me for the last 8 fucking years.
yes, I know, babe.
Okay.
I mean, he's type of fucking fingers that can change voices instantaneously. Fuck me.
so
Get to do the scripts. I'm not doing.
we got a little excerpt from Batman 1989 series. This is the scene where Jack, as the Joker, confronts his mob boss. We're not going to read very much of it, just this little scene. You can do whatever voice you want as Grissom. Okay?
Okay.
Then, so you're going to do Kermit for Grissom? So Kermit the Frog as Grissom. And then I'm going to be Yakko for Jack.
Okay.
I don't know who Echo is, but okay.
From the animated.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
You don't know
I
who
didn't-
Kermit the Frog is?
I know who Kermit is.
she said Yakko. All right, so the first line is yours.
That you, Sugar Bumps?
Yeah, right here.
Who the hell are you?
That's
Jack? Thank God you're alive. I heard you've been.
Pride. Is that what you heard?
You.
You set me up over a girl. You don't bother.
Your life won't be worth spit.
I've been dead once already. It's very liberating. You have to think of it as therapy.
Hey, listen, what kind of deal?
Jack's dead, my friend. And you could call me Joker. And as you can see, I am much happy.
Well,
And then all of a sudden, Joker just shoots Grissom, and that's it. Ah, what a day. So thank you for playing along with that. That's a short script. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare this and stuff. But thank you for playing along. That was actually really, really fun and
Well,
entertaining.
I am a good person with my multiple person.
So that's how I'm going to close this little podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. This is Kpac signing off. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye!
And I got to figure out how to turn this off.
You see the end stream?